Oh yeah, the first time you had a bank account. Oh wow. Summer jobs, you put your name on something. It had to make you feel like you were a superstar. See your name all formal, to see your name in cursive, to see something. Oh wow. Yeah. You remember I messed with what was it, the places they would cash your check and they hustle you. So that meant you had to go get you a bank account. And once you actually started your bank account, it was like, wow, I'm really something. It's a rewarding moment when you can take your life to something and have it enhanced where you see like, wow, this is how it operates. You felt so grown, you felt so special. First time you could write a check, you know. That was a big deal. If you went to the store and you could write a check and you could just sit there and do something, I was like, yeah, you had made it. You thought you was the business. You thought you was the straight up true truth. And it's interesting how that whole thing kind of hits, you know, having access to that, being in that world, being part of your family world, like, it's like, unceremoniously. Some people got it where they were on the card or they were on something. And it was like, wow, that was really cool. I can actually see my name getting bank statements. Even though it don't might not register to you at the time. Learn to understand about savings bonds, learn about stuff, but you're never too young to understand how that all plays out. It's just that it hits in a way where it's like, wow, that puts you in a real interesting atmosphere and stratosphere where you're observing so much of that. And so take the time to, you know, educate yourself and observe yourself with that. So yeah, it was really something to have access to that and to feel your grownness coming in. You're on your grownness. You were like, oh, I'm grown now. You feel like you're grown. You know, uh, and it wasn't like getting an allowance or money like the tooth fairy or something. It was like you saw your name on a bank statement. You saw your name where you were like figuring it out. It was like, this is what I got to do. I got to figure it out. I got to put some stuff together. And, it's quite an interesting world when you have bank cards and details and information. And, you're learning how to navigate, you're learning how to compartmentalize. That was an education in itself, you know, learning the stands about debits and credits and the pros and the cons and interest rates and so on and so forth. A lot of people don't even think about that being so young and going through all that, but that was really work. That could really, you know, do a number on you if you weren't ready for it. So um, that was very significant. Sometimes they're not. You might not think of these things as like, oh, that was a big deal, but it was a pretty big deal. I mean, you were responsible. Now you were going to eventually have a checking savings account. Was going to have to, um, put your mind into a task of, you know, learning things. So it's like, wow, that's what's up. So anyway, I thought I would share that, um, reminiscing on that because it wasn't that long ago. But when you look at technology and how things have changed, that seems like a lifetime ago. So anyway, the first time you had your own bank account, what was that like? Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.